My boyfriend cheated on me and I trashed his apartment. I, 25F, have been in a relationship with my boyfriend, 27, for 2 years. I never had any doubts about our relationship, but I do have a track record of falling for the wrong guys. My boyfriend is the owner of a small restaurant and he in an apartment right above it. A few days ago, he said he was going on a trip with a few of his buddies, since one of his friends recently got engaged. I asked him where he was going and what he was going to do. Not that I didn't trust him. I was genuinely curious. However, his answers were vague and he quickly changed the subject, only telling me names of a few of his friends from college that I'd never met and that they were going to Ibiza. He left for the trip a few days ago, and the moment he stepped out of the door, I had a gut feeling something was wrong. Since I had a great relationship with his mom, I called her. She asked me how I was doing, and when I told her I was feeling a little down and sad, she immediately exploded. She started going on about how she couldn't believe he'd do something like this to me, that she tried to stop him and told him he was making a huge mistake. I had all the answers I needed, so I wrapped up the phone call while keeping up the act. The moment I hung up the phone, I took my keys and drove to his apartment since I had a spare. I'm not going to type out everything that I did, only that I cut up his bed sheets and expensive shirts and covered his walls, floor and ceiling with whatever I could find in his fridge and cupboards. I wanted to go for his electronics but feared that might be too far law-wise. I turned off the lights and left. He's been gone for 3 days now and won't be back for another week. This morning I asked a mutual friend of ours who also works at my boyfriend's restaurant to come and check out the damage and see if we could fix anything before my boyfriend comes back, since I do feel a little guilty for trashing the place. Friend accepted, and we met up at the restaurant before his shift started. The moment he opened the door and turned on the light in the hallway, he froze. He walked through the apartment not saying anything and just staring with his mouth open at the damages. He turned to me and asked if I had done all of this by myself, to which I nodded. I asked him if we could do anything, and he just shook his head and started to walk out of the apartment in silence. I'm worried about what my boyfriend will do when he gets back from his trip, and even though I feel bad for trashing his entire apartment, part of me also just wants to laugh.